Ladies and gentlemen, today we'll share an old man's water tale. He tried hard to shed tears, using onions, eyeing his wife's skull, and even inventing a self-punching machine. He tortures his mind and body to cry, but unexpectedly his tears become a nutrient for the vegetables. Initially, the old man farmed for a living, but no matter how much he watered, the veggies stayed wilted. They looked so droopy they might as well have been drowning. So he whipped out some branches to try and give the veggies a little oomph. He even started nailing iron nails into the leaves and hanging magnets above to make them look lively. But before long, they drooped again, and the old man thought, "Do these leaves have depression or what?" Suddenly he got an idea. Tie a string to the top and attach a balloon, and the leaves would float. Unfortunately, soon the leaves snapped, and the balloon flew like a bubble. After his hard work, many of the old man's veggies died, making him shed tears. To his surprise, those tears revived the leaves. He initially cried out of sadness, but now it was tears of joy. Unfortunately, joy was short-lived. The tears dried, leaving many veggie corpses. He had no choice but to roast more onions. His late wife's skull became a backup for those tears. As a result, he ended up DIYing a punch machine that made him cry without lifting a finger. With double torture, the old man's tears flowed freely, and the veggies started to flourish. Soon enough, the veggies grew taller than the house. The old man looked pleased and prepared for a good night's sleep. Little did he know, snails evaded during his snooze his own little natural disaster. When he woke up and looked out the window, he saw the garden was utterly barren. His face turned to a question mark. As he glanced out, his house began to shake, triggering a full-on snail stampede. Those giant snails squished cars and even made trains halt for their tiny little snack break. At that moment, all the humans became snail delicacies. A blonde beauty prepared for a bath, only to get sucked in by the snail's tentacles. A little girl became another target, as the snail lured her in with its dazzling lights. Panic spread across the city as snails staged their epic snail counterattack. Buildings collapsed like toys under the onslaught, reducing the city to rubble in an instant. There were homeless and survivors, snails left as there was nothing to eat. They moved to an empty area and, surprisingly, formed shapes together. Can any keen observers guess what shape or letters they formed? After their indulgence, snails returned to the city, while humans began rebuilding even taller buildings. Back on the farm, the old man continued planting veggies, but no matter how much he watered them, the carrots just wouldn't grow. So he whipped out the onions again, and with those tears, it was time for round 2 of growth. If you like this story, subscribe to my channel.